Hi everyone, it's your girl Stephylately and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you are already a subscriber, welcome back. So today's video is going to be somewhat different because it's going to be all about blogging. If you don't know me already, I am a fashion and beauty blogger and I've been blogging for the past 4 years now. So I've been in the game for quite some time, so I thought I might as well do a video on blogging and how to get started, on how I got started out with blogging. So like I said, I've been blogging for about 4 years now and it's been a roller coaster because I thought it would be so easy. Like, you know, obviously when you get started and you're just seeing other people doing it, you think, oh, this is something I can do, yeah, and everybody can do it. But once you get into the game, then you do kind of like realize that it's not as easy as it looks from outside. So anyway, I started my blog 4 years ago, and this was around the time after I finished my A-levels, and I was not able to go straight away to university at that time due to personal circumstances. However, I took about two years, I think, out, and so I had a part-time job. However, I did not really enjoy it, so I didn't even want to take it on as full-time. However, I had this blog on my side and it all started out as just a hobby. I used to watch quite a lot of YouTube, and I used to read quite a lot of blogs, fashion blogs in particular. So I thought, okay, you know what, why not just get started and stuff like that. So I was working, however I was not like making loads of money. So I just got myself a little cheap camera, and this was just from August, I think. It was one of those bridge cameras. It cost me about £150, I think, and I used that to take my pictures in the beginning, and I was fortunate enough to have like my siblings take my pictures for me, and sometimes my mom and things like that. However, so yeah, so I did quite enjoy it, and I started my blog on Blogger. So if you're not familiar with that, there's Blogger, there's WordPress, there's now Squarespace. There's so many places that you can set up your website on. However, with Blogger, it's cheap, it's free. So I thought, well, why not? So it was quite easy. The initial step for you to actually start a blog is that easy. Obviously, the hardest part of it is you actually initializing it and going for it, which whatever you want to start blogging about. Is the first step is just saying, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start this website or platform or whatever you want to call it. My blog name initially was called Stephylately, and it meant my light. However, at that time I wanted my platform to be more of a beam of light, like that was my time to shine. So it was like my little platform for me to just shine. So that's why I called it my light. You know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, I started it, and I predominantly blogged about fashion mainly, and I just did like posts about, you know, different styling techniques for different kinds of weather, and how to find cheap places to like buy clothes from, because obviously I was not making that much money for me to be spending in places like Harley, Nicks or wherever else. So yeah, my platform was just for me to share with other people who were in similar situations of different ways to style cheap clothes or affordable clothes. So anyway, 2 years on, I stopped blogging. I don't know, I was not making money out of it, because obviously when I started I thought, okay, I could make some income out of this. However, I just found like in the 2 years of me actually blogging, I didn't make a single penny, and I was putting in some time in it. So it was very frustrating for me to realize I was not really making any income out of it. So what I did was I just gave up, because I got frustrated. I started comparing myself to other bloggers who have made it. Others even started blogging like way after me, and they had already like made it big, and I thought, oh, what am I not doing right, and things like that. So I think one thing that made me stop blogging at that time was more of comparison. I started comparing myself too much to other bloggers, and I think that just killed my motivation, and I forgot why I initially started blogging. So that did affect me, and I stopped blogging. So after some time, I think under a year, I decided, okay, you know what, I will go back to it and just try to see what I can do. I don't know, I just had this, because I started growing my Instagram following and things like that, and people started asking me like, oh, where is your blog? Because I would post pictures on my Instagram, however the blog will not have any content on it, so it was not really correlating, and I thought, okay, maybe I need to revamp my website. So I got back into blogging, and I thought, okay, you know what, this time around let me try to do things differently. And so what did I do differently? So anyway, so I got back into it, and I decided to revamp and change my name. So I changed it to Stephylately, which is now my brand name, and I also switched up my the look of the website the look of my blog. So it was now like much better and looked more professional, because I did purchase a template, and that allowed me to like make it look a bit better, well, far much better, and it looked more professional in that sense. So obviously when brands see that, they are more inclined to work with you. And I started focusing on like Google Analytics as well, and trying to see where my audience was coming from and what posts were doing well and things like that. So I started putting in a bit more effort in my blog and seeing what was working and what was not working, and obviously capitalizing on the things that were working well. So after that, I did see some improvement, and some brands started contacting me, especially don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with Chinese brands like Runway. She started contacting you to collaborate with you, there's nothing wrong with that, but obviously they don't pay you, most of them don't pay you to review their posts and to review their clothing and things like that. They will just send you gifts, which is in form of maybe outfits and stuff like that. So that was really good. Like obviously I could not afford buying new clothes, new shoes each time I wanted to blog, so I gladly took on all those sponsored gifts and decided to review them on my blog. So that was a great improvement, because that meant I didn't have to spend all my money on clothes. And then after a while, I decided, after a while, I actually met my ex now, who was a photographer, who is still a photographer, and we bonded, and he started taking my pictures. So life became so much easier, because obviously I didn't have to go out there and try to find somebody to take my pictures, because he was there to take my pictures for me. So I'm making more content for the blog, and that then helped me to also grow my readership, because people knew when to expect my posts and things like that. And after that, I also decided to change my to acquire a domain, so I became Stephylately.com, which really helped. Like, I saw a spike the minute I changed it to Stephylately.com. Like, I don't know whether there's just something about you owning your own name, like it just becomes a bit more, I don't know how to explain it properly, but I did see great improvement. Like, there was a big, huge step So after that, so my blog had a new name, it had a new face, and everything was looking good. And since then, it's been all about working with different brands, like I mentioned in my previous post. If you've not read my blog, you need to head there and see it. So I mentioned that I worked with Sleek in one of their campaigns, and I've also been fortunate enough to work with different photographers since then, and I've also worked with other brands since my relaunch and things like that. So all in all, I would say it's been a very interesting experience because yes, I gave up at one point, but I decided to come back because I love blogging. I love making a difference in people's lives, like in the form of how I dress. Even on my platforms, if you go on my different platforms, especially on my Instagram, I do share different bits of me so that people really get to know me and not only think that, oh, I'm just a girl who takes pictures of me in different types of clothes or just take selfies, but there's more to it than that. So I just thought I'd share this video and just encourage somebody who's thinking of starting to blog, because actually this video was inspired by one of my followers on Instagram. I think her name is Samantha. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Samantha, but anyway, so yeah, Samantha was talking about how saturated, how she's wanting to start a blog or YouTube. However, she feels like the industry is very saturated, which is a fact. It is saturated. However, there's always something about you that will be unique, that will differentiate you from the next person. So you thinking, oh, there's no room for me, is already putting you in, like, it's already like inhibiting you from pursuing what you're actually passionate about. So my advice to her was like, girl, there's no such thing as, oh, everybody is doing the same thing. Everybody might be doing the same thing, but they're doing it differently. So it's all about you having a USP, something unique about you that your viewers will want to come back and watch or read. So I think there's room for everybody. Like if you're thinking of doing a blog or starting a YouTube, go for it. Like, just use whatever you have. People always think that you need to have the most expensive camera, or you need to have all these fancy lightings and things like that. No. And if you want me to actually share with you the equipment that I use and other things concerning blogging like SEO, photography, things like that, just leave me a comment below and I will try to address those issues for you, and yeah, things like that. So I hope this video has been really helpful, and if you're thinking of starting a blog or you're thinking of starting a YouTube, I would say definitely go for it. So anyway, this is all I have for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed and found this useful, and I shall see you in my next video.